Politics chooses leaders. Governance proves whether they can lead or not. Governance determines whether we have good leaders or not. This is a topic every Ghanaian, every youth, every citizen should be interested in. The difference between politics and governance in Ghana. Which of these two are we experiencing? So today, I have a very good friend who is a political goat, others will say. He's a political student. Okay, he was a political student. Let me say that. Yes, luckily enough, he was a former NUC's secretary. Yes, so I have him here. We are going to discuss a lot about politics and governance and how this is actually shaping, our society as to whether politics is our problem or governance is actually the problem. And so I'll allow him to introduce himself. My boss, I think my people would like to know your name.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Ike. And thank you for having me here this moment. My name is Dominic Asiedu, a former NUC's General Secretary of UBIS, the University of Business and Integrated Development Studies. Yeah. And actually, I am not a former political science student. Education has no end, so okay. I am still a political science student. Yes, okay. Yes. Okay. Thank you once again, Mr. Ike. Politics and governance are two different entities altogether. But then prior to our discussion, let me give a shout out to my very own auntie, Madam Linda Asiedu, who is actually currently undergoing their NPP constituency executives election. Okay. My well wishes to her, wishing that by 6 o'clock she should be declared victor for the women's organizer at Scratching Chumbo district elections. Actually, so when we talk about politics and governance, they are two different bodies. Politics, in its essence, is the struggle for power. And governance, at the other side, it is the exercise of what? That power.
Yes. Okay.
So this is where Harold Laswell came in 1936, where he defined politics as who gets what, when, and how.
Okay.
Are you getting that? So at what time did this person get this? So what time did they struggle? When and how did the person acquire that power?
Okay.
But on the other side of governance, where Johan Olsen and then James, what do you call him? James and then the others, they also argue that governance on the other part is the use of what? The resources available to be able to what? Influence what? People in society. You get that? So on the aspect of Laswell's definition of politics, when you expand it, it is just the struggle for political power and what? Resources. But where the problem comes in is that Ghana and in Africa, the attitude of politics and then governance, we have intertwined them.
But that is actually my problem.
Okay.
That is my problem. Like you rightly explained, the politics here has to do with how they came into what? Power. The governance is using the, few resources or even no matter the quantum of the resources we have to be able to what? Influence the society. You get the whole thing. Now, when you are voted into power, you have a lot of mandate. The mandate should not be about some group of people, but it should be for everyone. By Ghana, over the years, we have experienced that governance is for some people. Why do I say so? When you come into power, this issue of MPP and DC, because I'm using MPP and DC because they are our major political parties in Ghana. And so when you come, it's like you are looking at your own political party members to be more satisfied. And I think for the past years, because Ghana, we are about, I think we are 69 or 68 years.
Our democracy?
Yes.
Democracy is around 33 years,
Okay. No, I'm talking about independence, since independence.
Oh, independence, we are getting to 70.
Almost 70, yeah. You understand?
Yeah, since 19.
But if you look at the pace of our development, is it a political problem or a governance problem?
All right. I wouldn't differ from what I was saying earlier, but then I have made some startup from where we started from to where we have intertwined the two.
Okay.
And we are making politics more dominant than what governance is.
Okay.
They both have distinctive features, of which when you intertwine them, one will be taken away. And no matter what, when governance and politics are intertwined, politics will forever overshadow governance. Why? Because we just said that Politics is the struggle for power and resources. So, like we just made mention of NPP and NBC, anytime any of them comes to power, they take away civil servant, experienced civil servant who have the knowledge of administering services to the people, take them out and fix in politicians in those offices, party loyalists into those offices. Somebody who has been trained to deliver services to the people, you have taken the person out and you have brought in somebody who has been trained to struggle for power and resources. Let's make these two analyses.
Okay.
I've been trained to acquire, deliver services to the people. You have been trained to struggle for power and resources. So when they take me out of that office and you are brought in, you that you don't have the knowledge of delivering services to the people, but you know how to win election and also get the resources to yourself. What happens at the end of the day? Then we sit down and blame that corruption is everywhere. Our leaders are corrupt. Not everybody is corrupt, but our system has been overshadowed by what? Politics instead of what? Governance.
You know, people complain that the government is corrupt when they are not benefiting. You know that. You know, someone said corruption is only corruption when you are not involved, but when you are involved, it's favor.
That is where the key differences of politics and governance comes in. We have drivers of politics. We have what do you call it? Goal of politics. We have vision of politics, and motivations of politics. The same way we have for government. What do you call it? Governance. So we have the key difference. We have something we call what it is. What is politics and what is governance? Politics is the struggle for power and resources. Whereas governance is what? The use of that power. What is the focus of politics? To win elections and gain influence. The focus of, what do you call it? Governance differs totally. That is the delivering of what? Services.
Okay.
So with these two things, when we are not careful and we allow politics to intrude into our civil service, my brother, right now, this is the startup. What we are seeing. The NPP, NDC rivalry is normal. The propaganda, the elections, the rigging, the vote buying, all are politics, and they are normal in political scenes, because we shouldn't forget what Niccolo Machiavelli told us. The man must perpetuate evil, but the good that comes out from the evil perpetuated should be greater than the evil perpetuated.
Yeah.
But in Ghana here, we use those theories wrongfully. When we use it to gain the power, when we perpetuate the evil to gain the power, that power we have gained will not actually bring back the good aspect of it.
Yeah. So that's always,
at the end of the day, the people are left vulnerable.
So that's always the problem, because at the end of the day, see, we feel like, for me, I find it so heartbreaking that politics is actually overshadowing the governance that we expect, because you know, this is not to target any political party. Like we said, this content is not to create unnecessary arguments or controversies, but just to contribute, you know, to informed decisions and also intellectual discussion. And so if we are talking and we're even mentioning a political party, it is not because we are against such political party, but probably we are just making one or two references and citing examples to those political parties. Yeah. If you look at the stories, the speeches we see, you know, before we gain the power or they gain the power, and when we get to that position, do you think they are even delivering up to 60%? All the two political parties, do you think they mostly deliver up to 60%, you know, their promises?
Okay.
Because I guess you should be a political analyst, because political students are always much abreast with issues like this. And so, per your analysis from the past, 16 years, what's your take on that?
Okay, that's fine. For the past 16 years, if my memories are serving me right, that is from 2012 to now, or it's something like that.
Yes.
Yeah. Or is it 2010?
Yeah, let's just
2010 till now. Yeah. So if you are asking me about how we have gotten so far, either they are delivering up to 60% or they are not, or we are actually practicing politics or governance. There was single span introduced, teacher training allowances introduced, pre-senior high school introduced. What do you call this? GRA and
all that.
They are delivering their services. Either electricity is at your hometown or not. What do you call it? Pre-tertiary education for first year tertiary students are also underway. The roads are constructed, and among many.
The big push is on.
The big push is on.
A very, very, very nice. It's one of the best for me in this government, because Charlie traveling
is becoming something smooth.
You get it.
I really love that. So when you take all this put together, it cuts across both the NPP and then the NDC.
Yes.
Fine. So when you take this trajectory, putting this into a hierarchy, coming down to this current administration, I will tell you that governance systems are partly working in Ghana.
Okay.
And for me to rate them as to whether they are performing or they are not performing, you can get the indicators right on paper. But at the end of the day, Ghanaians will tell you that this government is performing.
Or this government is not performing.
It's not performing. Yeah. And that was what exactly we saw in the 2024 election.
But you still not answered my question as to whether we the citizens are the cause or the causes for the inability of politicians that fight for power, the political power. So when they come in, are we the cause of these same people unable to work and deliver up to our expectation?
Yeah, that one, when you ask me as a political science student, from the political lenses, politicians will go every extreme to capture power. That is their goal. That is the vision. That is the mission for politics.
So you are saying that over promises are also part?
Well, I just made mention of our prominent political animal, Niccolo Machiavelli. Any means at all you pass it through to gain political power is accepted. But then be mindful.
Okay.
When you gain the power, whatever you have promised the people are not stupid. I remember the very quote of Nkrumah that Ghanaians are slow to anger. They are slow to anger. But when they are ready to strike,
they will strike like fire.
That is what we saw in the 2024 election. The citizens might be taken for granted. We might give them rice. We might give them 200 cities to go and vote. I had the privilege to be in one of the police stations at the Oti region during the 2024 election. I saw what went. Vote buying has become normalized.
Oh, yeah.
In the issue of Baba Jamal case, vote buying has become normalized.
No, but he said it was
gift for what?